everybody, the Eco Guys here with a really quick eco tip about a blank wall. No, just kidding. We're going to be actually talking about, these containers, Coffee Mate and all these other ones that have this container, this plastic container. Okay. So we're going to talk about this. Well, why do we need to talk about this? Well, I'm going to give you a quick eco tip on how to make it easier to make sure that these items get properly recycled. And there's a big problem with coffee creamer containers such as this, and it's not only this company, but all the other companies who have this wrap around their plastic container. Let me tell you the problem here. Basically, in today's world, when they go through the separating and the sorting, it's not really done by hand. It's done by a machine that actually takes a quick photo of all the plastic bottles going down a conveyor belt very fast. I mean, this thing moves extremely fast, faster than any humans could actually take these things out of the conveyor belt and separate them. And what happens is these optical eyes read what type of plastic it is on the conveyor belt, believe it or not, and then uses air to shoot these things off the conveyor belt into wherever they need to go to be recycled into the different containers for different types of plastic. The only problem with these kind of containers is the following. The optical eyes cannot determine what type of plastic this is because these things have got a wrap on them all the way around. I mean, literally, the only place you can see it is on the bottom of what type of plastic these are, and that is a big problem. That is a huge problem. So I don't want to discourage anyone from putting these into the recycle bin. They need to go, and if this is too much for you, put it in there. Hopefully, it'll get to where it needs to go. And also, a lot of people ask about the caps. The caps are a different plastic than the bottom. Should we take the caps off? No, actually, they used to say do that, but in today's modern machinery and the way they recycle it, keep the caps on because the caps are so small. If you take them off and put them in there separately, they will get most likely not recycled because they're really small. And the machines today cannot pick these small little things up. That goes also with soda bottles and all that. Keep the caps on because what ended up happening is through the recycling process, the caps are removed at one point, and that type of plastic will be separated from the other type of plastic, and the caps will actually be recycled. So that's it's just the modern way of doing it nowadays. It's incredible. Good German companies have come up with great ways to separate plastics out and recycle them. But if you want to take things a step further in helping these things actually get recycled properly, this is what I need you to do. Take your scissors and be very careful with these when this is empty. And what I normally do, see if I can do this on camera without screwing up, is I will take my scissors, I'll go up underneath the label, and I'll start cutting it. Just one little quick cut. You should be able to peel this label completely off. Now, sometimes you don't have to completely peel it off. You can peel half of it off or a majority of half of it off. Normally, there you go. It comes in one big thing rather than, sorry, I'm so close to the camera. It's just the way we have to do it today. And I just try to peel it off. Now, if the whole thing doesn't come off, that's perfectly fine. But if a majority comes off, it reveals the clear plastic bottle. And the optical sorter then will see that it's a clear plastic bottle and make sure it goes into the right recycling separation area instead of being rejected because it wasn't able to really determine the type of plastic. Now, that is what you do to all of your bottles. I got another one here. Whoop, hit the camera. That's what you do. It takes a second to do that. Now, here's a question. So what do we do with this now that we're finished with it? Oop, out of focus. There we go. Do we throw it away? Absolutely not. Actually, what you do with this right here is you can put this with any plastic bags like bread bags and the dreaded plastic grocery bags you're not supposed to have. Any other type of, you buy a brand new electronic, they're usually wrapped up in plastic bags and all that on the inside of the electronics or the inside of the box. And sometimes you get old Ziploc bags or whatever. All that stuff can go, including this, can go back to your grocery store where they recycle grocery bags. And so this can go inside your plastic bags take back to the store to properly be recycled. So there you go. It's just a really quick tip on how to make sure that everything gets properly recycled. And with everything in the news today, we're seeing what plastics are doing to our environment. These things need to be recycled rather than wind up in the landfill, which normally they don't. They end up wind up in our oceans, lakes, and rivers and streams, and that's what's causing our environmental disaster we're going through right now in this world. So it's just a really quick thing to do to help the environment. Remember, the plastic wrap, just cut it off real quick, peel it off. The whole thing doesn't have to come off, just enough to reveal what type of plastic bottle it is. Keep your caps on. Get these into a recycling container near you. If your community doesn't recycle, get a hold of us. We'll be able to help you find a place where you can drop off your plastic bottles to recycle. Something real simple, and we'll make it easy on your way to work. We'll find a place for you to be able to take these things to. Or if you have a friend that has curbside recycling, say, hey, buddy, do you mind if I bring a bag of plastics or a box of plastics to you and throw into your curbside recycling? And I'm sure they'll say, absolutely, let's help this environment. So you take it from this to this, and when you take off the plastic, I threw it over here. When you take off the plastic wrap, this goes back to the store where you take your bread bags and your food bags and all the other plastic bags that you run across on a daily basis. Cool? This is the Eco Guys. Get green, get wild, stay green. If you have any questions, get a hold of us. All the descriptions to the video should be there, but our website is theecoguys.info. So get in touch with us. Thank you for watching this little tip. Let me hear from you. Ciao.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.